So welcome to the North American Energy Poll Part 2. Can you hear that thunder?
Yeah.
That was so well timed. Thank you guys. It's so wonderful to see everybody on. And if you didn't get the replay or weren't on the last one, we had an energy poll about 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
And it was so wonderful. And you guys were so asking for another one. So here we are to see what we can all contribute to each other and our bodies and our businesses. And because, as I just said, Chattanooga is the hosting town of Being You Changing the World with Dr. Dain in a couple days. So we happen to have a Dr. Dain here in Chattanooga who might come on and who I'm going to trade places with here in a second. I should change my name.
How did we get so lucky?
How did we get so lucky? And literally you should, right now, it's like pouring rain and just sheets of,
Awesome.
It's awesome. So Dain, you want to come over? I'm going to see, I'll swap out. And he hooked me up with a new microphone. So the sound should be excellente.
Should be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, tag team.
Tag team.
Boom.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be in the background.
Hello. Hi, how you doing? Welcome to Chattanooga.
Yay!
Woo! Oh, we have 179 people. It's so good. I mean, I know I'm looking down there, but you're here, but yes. So I have a confession to make. I don't understand energy polls. Can somebody help me? And could somebody like post a little tutorial or something?
You wrote it in your book too, like chapter 4, if I remember correctly. You did also an audio that I've been listening like 100 times.
No, I never understood chapter 4. This is between us though. Okay, so here's one thing I'd like to let you know is that the more joy you have, the greater your business gets. The more joy you have, the greater your world gets. And we keep looking for it in static objects or linear constructs, but the joy you are is not linear. It's not static. It is nothing that is anything any of us have ever been able to recreate from a linear direction. But what if you made the demand right now? No matter what, I'm going to fucking love living. Okay, because whether you know it or not, that's the invitation you are to people. Look at all the people on this planet that hate being alive. You are the invitation to love living. And you're like, what? Wait, I thought I was supposed to make them conscious. No, nobody's gonna. And that is one of the greatest gifts you can give anyone. So everything that doesn't like to perceive, no being, receive it, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. And the thing is, the humanoids desire to love living. The humans desire to kill the humanoids for loving living. Who's gonna come to you? The ones that desire to love living. But if they're gonna have it, you're gonna have to start loving yours. So what 3 things would have to change right now for you actually to love being alive and love your living? Dude, I'm in the middle of a tempest right now. Dear Lord, I don't know if you can hear it, but holy shit balls. Everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy and create it, please? Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is recognize when I talk, I am being the energy of what I'm talking about. Whether it seems like a reality to you in the moment does not matter, but the continuous willingness to listen to it, the path is there for that energy, that space. Hello. I don't know if you can hear it, but damn.
Can it's so beautiful.
What's that?
You can hear it. It's so beautiful.
It is. It's so awesome. And it's so us. That's the thing is, it's actually us. When we're truly being us, it's like we have a level of aliveness. Hold on, just gotta, I'm very, woo, big head. Watch out, big head in the frame. Oh, woo. Okay, when we're truly being us, we have a level of aliveness that is too much for 99% of people. But guess what? If you haven't noticed, less than 1% of the people on the planet currently are choosing excess. So what if this thing that you have of being too much for 99% of the people is
He's
The
frozen.
thing is
Let me.
hanging. What if?
What if?
So intense.
Could be the lightning and the thunder.
I know.
We're getting a little bit of roaring here now.
I'm just.
We can all
Dain
keep
is
pulling.
too much for everything.
We
All
think
right.
he's still talking and doesn't realize he's been bleeped out.
I did make contact with Emily. She's on it. She's coming back on. Okay. They're coming. And I did there's a Telegram thread we created last time because so many of you were like, do you know anyone in New York? Do you know anyone in Ohio? So if you guys haven't joined, I did put that in the thread.
was awesome. As I was previously stating, you be that energy and shit happens. And the thing is, we have not been willing to be the creatures that make shit happen. So everywhere you've been avoiding being a creature that makes shit happen. Everywhere you have been lied to by your family, by people that you thought cared about you that actually didn't. They cared about maintaining their limited reality. And they told you that you were a bad, terrible, vicious, mean, awful person when you had too much energy, too much ease, too much joy, and too much connection with the friggin' elements and the elementals. Will you destroy and create it all, please? Times a gadzillion, right? Wrong about all nine, pod, puck, shorts, boys, po-bads, and beyonds. Woo! Okay, so what I would like to do, there's the Engage with Each Other North America Telegram thread. I wish I could make the switch to Telegram. I've tried. So if you don't see me on there, it's not personal. It's something else. Okay. So, So do me a favor first. Will you just let this in, whatever it is? I promise it won't hurt. Unless it does, then I promise that it just hurt. Okay, you're welcome. Oh, you guys are beautiful. Have you, oh my goodness. See, we're taught that beauty, oh man, all the lies you bought about beauty, being beautiful. And you're like, yes, but I have this and I'm not the standard. And you guys are beautiful creatures. Everything that is. We destroy and uncreate it, please. Right and wrong, good and bad, bot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, po-bads, and beyonds. That. You be that. People desire to be in the presence of the beauty of a being that perceives, sees, knows, and receives the beauty of theirs. And it can sound cheesy, but it's the antithesis. It's the melting that makes people desire you in their life. And see, we think I'm putting up a class and there is a class and here's me and you person are going to come to class and there will be class. There will be you come to class. There will be me facilitate class. There will be class between us. But what if it's not? What if that's not the most beautiful expression of us and them? What if the class is not this thing that you put out there that they're supposed to see so they don't see you? What if the class is a way of them getting to actually be in your presence? This does require a level of vulnerability, but it's so beautiful. And so what if the class is a way of them actually being able to have a, I don't want to say a connection because it's bigger than that, but a communion, a presence with you that allows the beauty that you are to be part of their world forevermore. And I don't mean that they take you home in their pocket. It's greater than that. They don't need to. Because if you're being what we're talking about, what you do is you facilitate and empower them to know that the beauty that they perceive in you and perceive in the class is their beauty. They're finally perceiving the beauty of them. And I could think of, consider, and ponder no greater gift that we can be. Everything that is, everything that doesn't allow it. Will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. And I do realize I can sound like I'm waxing a bit poetic, or I'm, all emotional. I'm not emotional at all. Trying to acknowledge what, for us humanoids, every single one of us makes facilitating a gift. Because if you have the awareness of facilitating as a gift, everything you facilitate will be a gift. Is it perfect? No. Is everybody that comes to you going to get any of it? No. But there will be so many people that get more than you could imagine and more than they could, that the very act of facilitating becomes a gift that you give to you in the acknowledgement of you as you actually be, and the acknowledgement that you being that and you acknowledging that are actually helping create it in the world with all of us. You're not alone, my beautiful friends, and you never will be again. You can try and it's okay, and I understand. And I understand wanting to push things away. I had this beautiful conversation with Simone today where she was like, okay, because she's been listening to the 30-day ESBs and she's been listening to my classes and Gary's classes. And she's like, I was done. I just could not, which I totally understand. But what she had the point of view was that her awareness thing was full. Her tank of awareness was full. No more awareness, thank you very much. I am full. How many of you have had that? And when did you get there? And have you acknowledged that that's just a point of view that is meant to keep you as part of this reality? Everything that is times a godzillion, we destroy and create it, please. Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. Today was day one of foundation at my home. It was pure melty magic. Everyone just let go of the effort and relaxed. And for a moment, I looked up and I saw smiles and soft faces and no resistance. So beautiful. Here's the interesting thing. That is beautiful. Thank you, Desiree. For the last several years, see, when I started, a lot of the people that came to class were looking to prove that we were wrong. And so I crafted my conversation to show how, even though you think I'm crazy, it's still valid, basically. And I am crazy. And at this point, I'm like, if you don't get it, that's your loss, not mine. But so in this, there's still times where, especially during an intro class, where I came from the place of, oh, people are going to resist it, so let me find out how to deal with their resistance. And what was very surprising to me is to find out that there wasn't any. And I'm like, holy shit. So everywhere you've decided there's too much resistance and you don't know what to do with it, so why create a class? Well, you just run and create all that, please. Why not create a class? Why not have the fun? Why not receive the money? Why not receive the joy that the fun and the money brings and the change in the world brings You know why? Because it's too fucking easy and too much fun. And then you'd have to actually be out of control, definition, limitation, form, structure, significance, linearity, and concentricities, which is something you don't want to fucking be, because you'd like to believe that you are actually in control of your life rather than having the trust of consciousness to allow consciousness to be the one in charge, and you saying, hey, consciousness, whatever you require, I'm here, because your life would become too fucking easy. Everything that is times a godzillion. You're like, Dr. Dain, I can't follow you anymore. You're welcome. Will you just run and grid all that, please? Right, wrong, good and bad, bot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povets, and beyonds. So you think there's a reason why you don't have the things you desire, the money, the number of people, whatever? It's not what you thought it was. If you were willing to allow you to truly have the ease you deserve, the joy you desire, the glory that is the fundamental living of your being, boom. Everything that brought up times a godzillion. Ooh, I just released a new You Got This. Thanks, Megan. It's on, let me think, wait. Oh, it's on being out of control. It's almost like the universe is asking for it. It literally dropped today. So there you go. Everything that is times a godzillion. We just run and create it all, please. Right, wrong, good and bad, bot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. Okay, so what about you being as crazy as you truly are and enjoying it? Okay, so let's do this. I love it because there's so many things that you think are the things that must be understood in order to change. What if you didn't have to understand anything else in order to have what you desire? And like, wait a minute. What do you mean if I don't have to understand it? It does not compute. What if you didn't have to understand anything else? What if there's a space beyond understanding? What if there's a beautiful space of something different? Everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive that. Whoa. And recognize the reason you're actually here is because you're part of this thing called consciousness. Can we just run and create it all, please? Times a godzillion, right? Wrong, about all nine, pod, puck, shorts, boys, povets, and beyonds. And everything you've been doing to make you wrong lately, that's your own secret wrongness, your own personal wrongness. Like before, like it was like, okay, group wrongness. Okay, I'm so getting over that. No problem. Okay, I realized that's primarily other stuff and other people and humans and different things or whatever. But lately, I've been having like a special wrongness, like a wrongness that doesn't respond to the normal questions. Everything you've been doing to have your own secret special wrongness, which is like probably it's just not possible to change it, Dr. Dain. You don't understand. I think I need to leave consciousness because I have this secret special recipe of wrongness. And all the kitchen sink creating that, which is everything you've aligned and agreed with and resisted and reacted to, everything you've been avoiding and defending, and the emotional and literal poveds. Will you rescind, revoke, or can't reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create it, please? Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, fuck, church, boys, poveds, and beyond. I love it. How did you find out? It's because I'm psychic. So I have a question. What are you avoiding? Just get the energy of all the whatever's been up lately. What are you avoiding? Dude. Because here's the deal, kids. Now is the space. And I say that like it should explain something to you. It's more of an acknowledgement energetically. And your mind goes, but what do you mean, Dr. Dain? What I mean is now is the space for your being to be space rather than linearity. It's no longer now is the time. That was so like 2019. Hello. Now is the space, kids, which means that a totally different way of creating and actualizing everything is available if you, by your point of view, are not keeping you separate from it until you understand it. Everything that is times a godzillion in the kitchen sink. Will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, bod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. Okay. I asked, what are you avoiding? So what are you defending? Who or what are you defending? Whose realities are you defending? Mommy and daddy? My ex who judged me? Oh, it got real quiet in here. The rain just stopped completely. Like, so what are you defending and whose reality are you defending? Whose reality are you defending with the living you are not choosing? Dude. Oh, everything that is times a godzillion way, destroy and create it all, please. And the kitchen sink, everything, which is everything you've aligned and agreed with and resisted and reacted to, everything you've been avoiding and defending, all the emotional poveds and literal poveds, rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and create it. Times a godzillion, right? Wrong about all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, poveds, and beyond. You just got a tornado warning. You're welcome. We're just contributing here from Nashville. Okay, so I'd like to do a little more of a little ESB thing. The frogs are now making themselves known outside. It's like, I've been doing 30 days of ESB. I did the first 30 days, and within 10 days, I'm like, I want to do this again. I've never wanted to do anything for 30 days in a row, like anything with anyone ever. And now we're on round 2, and today was day 12. And it's doing something. So I invite you, whether you're on it or not, to tap into what it is doing, what it is bringing. Yay. Okay, now, interesting, we have all these massive storms because we've also had a heat wave basically across the entire planet for the past few days. So what I'd like you to do is close your eyes for a moment. And if you're one of those people that's trying to think what you're receiving, just until that stops, just kind of slap yourself in the head or face. Just like, until you're over trying to figure out what you're getting, because that is what is destroying your life. Okay, everything that is times ago. Now what entertains me is how many people online are doing it. At least you're honest with yourselves. See, because the thing is, we're miraculous. You are miraculous. You're part of this thing. Here's the other thing is, a lot of you as facilitators even are like, oh, I don't think I belong in Access. I don't get it. You know why? Because you're so fucking humanoid and so fucking different that you would not want to be part of any group that was dumb enough to have you. You're like, these, and secretly your judgment is these people must be idiots. They can't have something good going on. They were willing to let me in. So everything that is, you fucking idiot, will you destroy and create it all, please? Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and buck, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. Oh, we are funny. We are some funny creatures. Let's just acknowledge that, okay, shall we? We are funny creatures. Okay, so see what I've been realizing, like oh man, we're realizing so many things in the past month and a half since we've been doing these ESBs every single day. But it's like the doorways to the miraculousness and how things actually can be actualized are showing up. I have no idea how to put that into words or say what it looks like or say what it takes, because it's different for each of us. But the doors are open. And if you can acknowledge that the doors are open, then just ask to walk through them. It's not about you having to be part of the ESBs and No, because when any of us opens up a space for something different, we open up that space for everybody to get it infinitely easier. We do the work, they get the benefit, but our world gets greater. So you actually get the benefit that's even greater. Everything that is times a godzillion, and everything you've done to pretend you are normal and not begin to acknowledge how absolutely fucking bizarre you are, how you are not actually normal, average, real, and the same as everyone else, and how much energy have you been using against you to prove that you are, to prove that reality is understandable, to prove that creation is understandable, to prove that abundance and money are understandable, and you just have to get a better source outside of you that can tell you and let you understand it because you know it's there. Now is the space for something totally fucking different. 1, 2, 3. So, yep, certified facilitator. Boom, shakalaka. Welcome to your world. So the thing is, and we also think, because you got to realize we all grew up here, all of us. And so we have on the one hand what we're aware of and access that starts creating a freedom that is like, wow. But also we have the idea that this must be real. Otherwise we wouldn't have done it. We wouldn't have lived it. We would have never made any of it real if it wasn't real. So you're kind of like, should I like really go and let it go? Or like, there's so much here and so many people I know are here and maybe I'll leave them behind, but I know this is possible, but here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to give you ease with that on your terms. And stop believing that access requires and desires something of you other than you getting to what is true for you. That is it. That is it. And as a facilitator, that's hopefully what you desire to contribute to others. And you don't know what it is. None of us does. See, one of the other things that we do is we will not create because we want to have the answers before we show up to facilitate, but you can't. The answers are in their heads. The only thing you can do is be the question in the sense of possibilities. And if I can suggest a way of creating classes that people want to come to, is get the sense. And this is what I did with my very first facilitation of my very first and second foundation class and level 1 back in the day when those two things were separate. And what I did was I got the sense of all of the enthusiasm and excitement and the difference and all the weird shit that Access showed me that nothing else had. And I was like, this is what I'm bringing to everybody. Hello. Now, did I say that to anybody? No. Who the fuck is going to get that? I just beat it. And people are like, I want what he's doing. And I found the few. And you think you have it tough? Okay. I officially invoke throw up emoji upon you. Okay? You think you got it tough? What about 22 fucking years ago where there were 15 facilitators? We were in 3 countries in the world. One of which was Canada. Ha! The other one was Australia. And then we went to New Zealand. Woo, there's a big group of people willing to have more. Not only that, 50 to 70% of the people that were in class were human. Okay. So everybody's like, oh my God, it's so tough for me. It's just people won't come to me. Will you acknowledge it could be tougher? Like a lot tougher. You could have primarily humans coming to make you wrong and not receiving a fuck all. But guess what? It still worked. And we went from there to where we are now, which is just barely hitting our stride. We're just beginning, my friends. Everything that is times a godzillion and all of your reasons and justifications for why you can't do it. It's me talking Southern right now, why you can't do it. Why you can't. I know I would like to, but you know what? I just can't. I just can't. I try, but you know, it don't work for me just because I can't. And all the kitchen sink creating all that shit. Will you ever send her book or can't reclaim it as denounce, destroy, and create it all, please? Times a gazillion, rank about all 9, pod, shorts, boys, povets, and beyond. And all of your friends and people that may even be other facilitators or whatever, they're like, access is wrong, access is bad. They don't support us enough, blah, blah, blah. What's very funny is the people that are successful facilitators never say that. They just keep creating. They're not looking for somebody else to be the source. They will receive somebody else as the contribution. Everything that brought up. The other thing is, what would it be like if you were truly willing to acknowledge what you desire to bring to the world? Like, get a sense of what you, if you were God, or if you had total choice, what kind of world would you like to live in? Don't tell me you can't do it. That's not the point of this conversation. The point of this conversation is we are doing it actually, and you can be part of it to whatever degree you desire. Or you can go off and go, no, that'll never work. No, because I had this difficulty in this challenge. I had almost exclusively difficulty and challenge when I started 22 years ago. Okay, nobody could hear a fucking word I was saying. Nobody could hear what Gary was saying, but we kept going. Why? Because we know. And we were not willing to stop because of other people's judgments. We were not willing to stop to try to be with other people in the way that they required us to validate their reality as real and true. Everything that is, everywhere you've been doing it, where you destroyed and created all, please. Right, wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all 9, shorts, boys, povads, and beyonds. Yeah, I would say it is that for a lot of us, an undefined sense of peace and space is what we would like to actually have as our world. So what if you recognize that there are people that will only perceive that possibility from you? They won't go to anybody else because you're the only one they trust. Everything that is, everything that doesn't allow you to perceive, know, be, and receive it, we destroy and create it, please. Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9, shorts, boys, povads, and beyond. I apologize. I know we were supposed to do an energy poll. Instead, I came in with a sledgehammer to your entire reality. Oops! Sorry, not sorry. See, because for everything you let go of, everything you allow the solidity to dissolve, you will create something that is 10 to 1,000 or 100,000 times greater. When you dissolve the lies out of your world, what is true for you as a being can become yours. And it's the same thing that you do when you facilitate other people. So please, you facilitating others is about you lowering your walls and barriers, not having a point of view or a judgment, and inviting them to whatever possibility is available in that moment. That's it. That is all you have to do. So everywhere you've made in facilitating seem really difficult or impossible, or you've seen somebody who seemed to have a certain level of success and you're like, oh, I need to be like them. No, I was just talking to Simone today where she was like, wow, the last few classes I've facilitated, she's like, is so wonderful because I'm no longer trying to be you, Dain. I'm no longer trying to be you, Gary. I'm actually realizing I've got a unique gift to offer. And it's been such a beautiful thing. So any way in which you are avoiding the beauty of being alive, in which you're avoiding how truly beautiful life can be, and the gift of being that, and also the gift of seeing that you awaken that in others. Will you please rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate all that and the kitchen sink? Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povats, and beyonds. Truly, my friends, everything is the opposite of what it appears to be. Nothing is the opposite of what it appears to be. It doesn't look at all the way you thought it would, the way I thought it would. That's why I've given up thinking, because it never worked. Which, what that really means is you don't have to figure it out. You don't have to think about it. Get the sense right now, once again, of the world you would truly desire. Okay, good. Good enough. Get the sense of having total ease and joy as your world. None of all the stuff that is the problem you're trying to solve is even able to be a problem anymore. It's changed. Somehow you don't even know how it changed. And you actually have ease and joy. You have ease with money, you have ease with friends, you have ease with your connections with people. Your business is starting to take off and you don't even know how or why. You don't remember what you did to change it into that turbo mode that it's going through right now. You actually love facilitating more and more and more every single time you facilitate. People come to you and tell you, you changed my whole life. I don't even know what you did, but it was awesome. And you're like, I don't know what I did either. And you have a sense of, wow, I'm right where I need to friggin' be. And nobody's point of view is relevant enough to take me out of this. Everything that doesn't allow that. Everything that doesn't allow you. Stop trying to visualize your perfect world. Get the sense of it. Your visualization is less than your awareness. It can be an aspect of it, but it should be a contribution, not the source. Okay, so get the sense of all of that. And how fucking easy it can be that nobody wants to know except me. Do not tap into and receive that. That would be bad. How beautiful is our world, my beautiful friends. How beautiful is the world when you know the beauty of your world. Now is truly the space for us to go forward beautifully, easily, miraculously, in ways none of us can even fathom nor imagine. Now is our space. Next time I'm with you, I'll learn how to do an appropriate energy pull. Whatever you do not go out and have way too much fun and fuck up the world as we know it into one that we would actually like to see. I want to say one other thing. I know you are capable of this. I also very well know what it is to feel, and I do say feel on purpose. Every feeling is an emotional POVAD. I do know very specifically what it is like to feel that you were not. Why else would I truly have been planning on killing myself 22 years ago? You don't kill yourself when you have what we have, when you know it, okay? You don't have any desire. You're like, I want to go live. Okay. So I'm just trying to explain to you for a moment, no matter what you think about you, no matter how impossible you think it is is fucking not. And now is the space, and it is easier than ever. So you want to ask, what do I need to do? What do I need to be? What do I need to choose? What resources do I need to access to have the ease, joy, and glory that is truly available? And one last thing, all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. And all of life includes your money, includes your classes, includes you, includes your body, includes, all of life. Use that sucker. It's designed to actualize that as your reality. And it is basically the entire target of Access Consciousness. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Thank you for letting me hijack the energy pool. Truly, what a gift to be here with you all. Thank you. And I look forward to seeing you somewhere soon. But in the meantime, don't have too much fun and don't have too much ease, joy, and glory, because that would be bad. And you'd have nothing to judge and nothing to separate from and nothing to make yourself wrong for. And how are you going to know who you are and where you are and what you're supposed to do next if you don't make yourself wrong and judge you and separate from you? And if your total life is all of life comes to ease, joy, and glory, dude, what are you going to do then? Laugh all the way to the bank, the lubricant shop, the sex parlor, and your room where you facilitate. Thanks, beautiful people. See you soon. Thank you for being in the world, truly.
Thanks, Dain.
Whether you know it or
Thank you,
not,
Dain.
lucky
Thank
being in the
you.
world.
Dain,
Even
thank
this fucked
you.
up
Happy
so much.
weekend, so lucky.
Thank you.
Grazie mille.
Gracias, muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Gracias.
What a treat. Thank you.
Yay.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Annalene.
Thank you,
Gracias.
everyone.
Thank you, Dain.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Bella, for translating.
Thank you.